temps. This snow event is the largest on record. So, we're looking at 7.5 inches of snow for us. Last time we had a cumulative snow was probably in 1993. And prior to that was 1963.
Long time ago.
Yeah. I mean, we've had dust-ins and, ice events, but nothing like this.
Your orchard encompasses roughly how many acres, David?
We probably have close to 60 acres of citrus trees.
Now, other than the citrus trees, other than those little, and I call them halo oranges, the little tiny ones. What else do you raise there?
We have pecan orchards, plum trees, peach trees. All those will be okay. They're dormant. They need some cold weather, so it's not going to hurt those trees at all. But the citrus trees are going to be damaged pretty bad. And then we grow a lot of fruits and vegetables in the spring and summer. And actually have a greenhouse full of collards and turnips and cabbage, but we won't put that out in the field until mid-February.
Well, in those greenhouses, they got to be kept warm, right?
Yeah, we've got butane heaters on those greenhouses, and so it should be okay. Haven't been able to make up there to check, though, so I'm just hoping it's okay.
Yeah. Well, you sent me a video, and I was just amazed. I was shocked. I mean, that video to me looked like an orchard in Michigan in the northwest corner in the snow belt. That's what it looked like. I mean, the snow was coming down. Everything was white. And of course, the trees laden in snow. Is it a heavier snow or a light snow?
It's real light. It's real fluffy. I mean, you walk out in it, you sink. Hard to get a snowball together. So it's really, really light snow. But of course, this is coming from someone who never sees snow. I'm assuming it's light. Hard to make a snowball.
I was going to say, how many years have you been on this earth?
64, and I think this is the third time I've seen an accumulation of snow in this part of the world.
Oh, my Lord. This is something else. So the long-term ramifications, David, first of all, the pecans and those you're not too concerned about. It's the citrus.
Yeah, the citrus are going to take a pretty brutal beating on this. I don't think it's going to kill the trees because we have the micro sprinklers on them. Basically, you put a layer of ice around them to kind of insulate, and you keep that water running until it gets back above freezing. And usually that works real well. But the tops, you just have to sacrifice the tops, save the tree, and it takes about a 2 to 3 year cycle for it to really get back into good production.
Now, last weekend, how warm was it?
Oh, had a high of 72 less than 72 hours ago, I think it was. It was crazy. We had about a 50-degree swing in a 72-hour period.
And coming up this weekend, what are they talking for a high temperature?
Oh, I think we're going to be back up in the upper 60s, mid to upper 60s.
Wow. All I can think of as a human is sinus. For you, oh man, that's you got a lot of vested interest there. Do you have crop insurance?
We do. We actually have a tree insurance on our citrus trees. Hopefully, we have a few orchards that don't have water systems on them. We may totally lose those trees. Not that many of them. I think about it. At the most, 1,000 trees are totally unprotected.
Wow. That's a lot of product. David, I really appreciate you sharing time with us. Good luck to you. maybe a little bit earlier in the spring and in the early summer. We'll touch base and see just what the what the orchard looks like now. Okay.
Sounds great. Look forward to it.
Look
Yeah.
forward to it. You have a blessed day. Thanks a lot, David.
You too.
David Sessions down in the Mobile, Alabama area. Very, very interesting as far as how that farm operates. Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. I don't know if I'd want to be in his shoes right now. Would you?
No, not at all, Terry. It's it's unfortunate, but when you're a grower, producer, whether it be fruit or crops, weather is always a challenge, and hopefully he's got the right coverage to protect him on some of those losses that he's going to incur for sure. So.
Oh, I sure hope so. As far as the markets are concerned, let's switch gears right now and talk about something that we're a little more familiar with. We've had a pretty good run so far this week, shortened trading. What are we looking at today?
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of sell-off, not too bad here, Terry, on the beans and the corn, and wheat's just kind of staying up about a penny right now. But we, like you said, we've had a tremendous run, and the growers have taken a lot of selling opportunities here. As corn is up about 57 cents off the 30-day low, and beans, there's a big one. They're up about $1.26 off the 30-day low, and wheat's up about 40 cents off their 30-day low. So good opportunity for pricings, and a lot of folks have been doing a lot of pricing here in the last week or so.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad they're paying attention. So right now on the board, what do you have?
Yeah, right now, let's call cash wheat up a penny, $5.40 on the white, $4.65 on the red. New crop also up one at $5.83 on the white, $4.98 on the red. Cash corn currently down 3 at $4.17. New crop is down a penny at $3.94. Cash soybeans down 8 at $9.78, and new crop is down 2, Terry, at $9.68.
Gary, you take care. Stay warm. Looks like we're going to start to work on it. Maybe by the time we talk to you on Friday, it'll be a little warmer.
Maybe 30 degrees warmer, we hope.
I hope so. Gary, take care. Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. We're going to touch base with Doug Klein in a moment. The market report has been brought to you by the folks at Schaefer and Beerline and Frankenmuth. Those new Ram professional trucks and heavy-duty Ram trucks, you can buy them with confidence from a business-linked dealer that knows what customer satisfaction truly is, and it is Schaefer and Beerline and Frankenmuth, where family and service sells cars. Market report also brought to you by Thumb Bank, making agricultural loans since 1895. They'll help you stay to date on industry trends and the trends of your operation. Thumb Bank and Trust, with locations throughout the Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay region. Member FDIC and equal opportunity lender. We'll join up with Doug Klein right after this.
It happens after every commercial building gets built.
That looks great, boys. Wow, what a change. The owners are going to be thrilled.
Even after cleaning out the garage or shed. That leftover scrap metal can be a burden, but it doesn't have to be, and it can make you some cash. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal is a metal recycling company that'll pay you cash and recycle your metal for the future. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal also makes it easy. We can provide containers for industrial manufacturing facilities and small specialty shops for moving and storing scrap metals. Looking to scrap a vehicle? We got you. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal in Saginaw, just north of the Dow Event Center. Also located in West Branch, 1 mile off I-75 and M76. Schedule a car pickup or check metal prices now at rifkin-co.com. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal, recycling today for tomorrow.
Friday, bonus pricing has been extended at Rifkin Steel.
Along with us, Doug Klein from Oppenheimer. Doug, another pretty good day, huh?
Yeah, a lot of green on the board today. Netflix raised the price of their monthly subscription to over $17 a month, and apparently that's a good thing. Run their stock up to $999 a share, a new high. Amazon hit a new high today. All the Magnificent Seven are hot today. Stock markets are up 0.25% on the Dow, 0.75% on the S&P, 1.5% on the NASDAQ. That's the news. So here's your numbers. The March corn at 4.88, down 2 cents. September corn 4.61 and a quarter, down a penny. March soybeans 10.59.5, down 7 3/4. September soybeans 10.50, down 1.5. The March wheat 5.61, up 2 1/4, and September wheat 5.98, up 2 3/4. Crude oil 75.62, down 21 cents. Heating oils 2.44, down 4 1/4 cents. Gasoline 205.83, down 2.5 cents. Natural gas 3.43 1/4, up 9 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar. US dollar buys $1.4371 Canadian. That's up 52 ticks. The dollar buys 156.62 yen. That's up 112 ticks. The euro's at 104.19, down 10 ticks. The dollar's at 108.18, up 12 ticks. Gold's at 27.7110, up $11.90. Silver's 31.19, down 17.5 cents. Platinum's 9.54, down $5. Copper's at 429.60, down 4.5 cents.
Okay. Another interesting day.
Oh yeah, every day.
Well, I wonder when we're going to fall off the bubble here a little bit.
Oh no.
Nope.
No worries.
Okay. No worries. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, right.
Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Michigan Trucks Ring of Saginaw, your complete parts and service headquarters for light, medium, heavy-duty trucks, trailers, as well as buses and recreational vehicles. Quality parts and service at very competitive prices for well over 45 years. 800-358-4751 or buy online at truckspring.com. And don't forget, they're open till 11 p.m. Monday through Friday. Jerry Samolsky joining us right now, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. And Jerry, you're over on the west side of the state, the snowy side of the state, right?
Yeah, we drove into the snowstorm Tuesday, and we're here at a convention today. Tomorrow, it will be the last day. But it's a Great Lakes Trade Expo, which is a horticultural statewide show. We've got over 400 exhibitors with equipment, trees, shrubs, bricks, blocks, stone, just everything that you could ever imagine you need in the industry is being exhibited here. And 3 days of educational seminars and new plant varieties, new chemicals and products for insects, disease, weeds. It's amazing.
I'll tell you, some of the folks not so happy with the cold weather, but I know some other folks that are. Not only the opportunity to maybe get some frost going down, but insect control. Yeah,
the colder temperatures can help with some insect control, the insects that are wintering over. But, we're sitting here, zone 6 is our new upgrade, right? And that means -10, and we haven't gotten close to that yet. So as cold as it is, we still got, 8 degrees or so to go to get there. So it's still, in the scheme of the world, I can remember -20, -30, and that's just not what we've been experiencing. So talking to people here, they were saying that this is our first winter that we've had in about 3 or 4. So we've been experiencing more like zone 7 winters where it's warmer. But it's good to be a little bit cold from time to time.
Yeah, doesn't hurt us, not one bit. Jerry, you take care. Drive careful. Now, we're going to talk to you tomorrow.
I'll see if I can't make that happen.
Fantastic. We appreciate it. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. I don't call it a crop, but one living thing that we all are concerned about, especially with cold weather, can be a dog or a pet, or in the case of farmers, farm animals. CJ Miller files this report from Michigan Ag Today.
Well, here recently, the weather feels less like we're in Michigan and more like Antarctica. That's why livestock producers need to protect their animals from these bitterly cold conditions. Carl Hoppe of North Dakota State University Extension says one thing you may want to consider is keeping your livestock protected by making sure their water supply doesn't freeze over.
Frozen waters really do have a big effect on cattle performance because once the water freezes and they quit drinking, they quit eating at the same time.
He suggests that producers invest in a water heating element to keep their water supply for their livestock from freezing.
Either below the water bowl or actually an element that's in the water bowl that turns on and off based on the temperature of the water to help keep your water from freezing up. There might be propane or coal-fired type things or wood-fired type burners that can be submerged in larger tanks to try to keep the water from freezing up.
He also says cattle and other livestock need more energy content in their feed to combat the freezing cold conditions.
This isn't just adequate feed the day of the event. This is adequate feed months before the event. We'd like to have some body condition, some fat on the cow so they can draw on that. That actually acts like some insulation too. So if we have that extra condition on the animal, they can weather these storms quite well.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Krijak's House Family Restaurant. Got a supply of food for an event coming up? Not a problem. 989-894-5531. Krijak's House, corner of Cass in Michigan on the south side of Bay City. Over to Nutrient Ag's Bill Webster we go. Bill, we were talking about this colder weather. Hopefully we're getting a little bit of frost. What have you seen?
I think we're going to get frost. It depends on where you are in the state. Where I live in southeast Michigan, we've been barely bare. We're barely white covered ground. So I'm sure we've got frost.
Any tips, anything that jumps right out that we need to pass along to farmers?
No, I think it's a cold winter, so we're going to get some help on maybe insects that overwintered last year, may not survive this, and stuff like that. But get their fertilizer lined up, chemicals lined up as we move closer to spring. Those prices tend to firm up just because of logistics and movement. So it's always wise to get stuff organized early.
What have you seen as far as the wheat crop goes? No concerns there right now?
I would say no. It looks so good. It got off to a great start. It looks really good. And I think typically we've had enough cold to get it good and dormant. And then we've had barely enough snow cover everywhere just to cover it up a little bit. So I would say we're in pretty good shape.
Sounds good. Bill, you take care. Always good to talk. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
All right. Thanks, Harry.
You bet. Bill Webster over at Nutrient Ag. Are you upset with your current planter performance? Are you considering buying a new planter but blown away from sticker shock? With Precision Planting's VSET, V-Drive, and Delta Force, we can retrofit your old planter to outperform any new planter on the market. Then access all your data from planting to harvest easily with Field View. Call PC Ag Solutions today and get your parts ordered, installed, and ready to go for the upcoming growing season. 989-868-4444. PC Ag Solutions. Folks at the Michigan Corn Board, as well as the Michigan Soybean Committee and Michigan Wheat Program, invite you to register today for the Great Lakes Crop Summit. It's going to be January the 29th and the 30th at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort in Mount Pleasant. And we'll be broadcasting live on Thursday the 30th. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coin in Bay City.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios. WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland. WSGW FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Steve Kathan. At least 4 deaths are blamed